Yes, we're just going to go through 8 versions of a bridge. There's many more, but yeah, I did the ab crunch one a while ago, and the breathing's the same with the bridge. Basically, it's the purest way of breathing in to prepare. You're exhaling through pursed lips. So you're breathing in through the nose to prepare, then you're exhaling through pursed lips on the motion, then you're breathing in through the nose to hold that position, then you're exhaling through pursed lips to return and move. So you're initiating the move on the exhale through pursed lips. Okay, I'm going to go through the breathing a little bit anyway before we start, as always with Pilates. Yeah, it's a few things to mention first. So I like to call them layers. They're 8 layers or levels, they're add-ons. So you can mix them up as you go. I will emphasise, the only thing I will mention, sometimes people in classes, different things going on like kyphosis, stuff like that, but they can't actually get their head on the mat. They've got problems, or it might be in a real bad car, whatever it is. I normally use that as a example, but again, it could be, anything, an accident, they can't get their head on the floor. Generally, you do see this sometimes, so that's fine. Usual is to put these here, so they can just lie in this position, because we're in this position a lot. So that's fine, but with a bridge, I would be wary. If you have to use these, I wouldn't use one if not. And if you have to use one, again, this is as far as we go with Pilates anyway. Knee in line with armpit. Some yogic ones are up here, that's fine. Tolasana, stuff like that. Different emphasis on that. We're going for the modified Pilates versions and the principles. So, what I would say, if you've got to use these, I won't come up so high, because as you can see, my neck's doing this a little bit. Okay. So yeah, you might want to be a smaller motion. Like I say, always say that anyway with Pilates, exploit the range, speed and tempo. Slower is harder, faster is easier. If you want to, not most of the time, a littler gross motor move would be easier, a bigger gross motor move would be harder. It does vary with little motions when you're doing little micro moves, fast movements. But again, with this, we're just going to say that. So yeah, get that bit out of the way though. If you don't need them, don't use them, because there's a tendency to do this. So we're going to go through, this will use your glutes, your buttocks, your hammies a little bit, but your rectus spine run out the back. As you bring in the arms, be like your delts, your shoulders, and also your lats, your back muscles a bit. But you might want to stand the lower levels. As always, make it unique to you with the speed and the tempo, how slow or fast you go with it. Generally slow is better though, because that's harder. And what modification you use. You can go up a level, down a level. I will emphasise, going to do, as always with Pilates, there's always a release stretch. Generally, the stretches in Pilates are not as, I'll say, severe as some yoga ones, okay, because a lot of them are yoga stretches as well, but the emphasis is slightly different. They're just more to release, to counterbalance. So say with this one, the bridge is coming up this way, we'll pull the knees in. There's a few stretches there, you can roll around. Do that early. If you want to come out, do that early. Come out and have a little bit of a release stretch. Pull the knees in. Like I say, always, you can spend more time on the ground when the spine's lengthening, you're letting the breath go. If you want to spend longer on the tension phase, do that. I'll emphasise this as we go through the levels. So, first thing first, start with the breathing. Okay, I'm going to do this position. You can do it in any position. It could be standing, sitting, whatever it is. I've done ones when we're doing this, standing up, getting the breath, but I'm going to go for this more now. So we're going to fold over here. The reason this is quite a good version is that basically we can press in the area between the ribs and the hips. Okay, so we're compressing the area between the ribs and the hips. So we really want to throw on that core set. Okay, we zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. Okay, they go together, they're muscles. You can't do one without the other. And as you right now zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, okay, that's going to make you breathe into these lower lobes of lungs, because there's nowhere else the breath to go. So as we right now zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals, breathe in through the nose and exhale through pursed lips. You're sort of blowing out a candle through pursed lips. Lovely. As you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals, keep breathing in through the nose whenever you like, and exhaling through pursed lips. And as you're doing that right now, zipping up pelvic floor and scooping out the abdominals, that breath can go nowhere apart from into them lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but your stomach. Because as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals right now, that breath can only go into them lower lobes of lungs, anywhere but your stomach or your belly button if you like. Okay, it can't go into that area. It only go into them lower lobes of lungs. As you allow that simplicity to relax your mind right now, keep zipping up pelvic floor and scooping out your abdominals. Then muscles go together. You can't do one without the other. And just simply keep breathing in through the nose whenever you like. And exhaling through pursed lips. You're sort of blowing out a candle through pursed lips. Lovely. That lovely 3D breath. Keep breathing in organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep into them lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but our stomachs. Lovely. 3D breath, what we call lateral thoracic breathing. Keep breathing them fish gills wide and full, as though someone's opening an umbrella inside your ribcage and letting go, or someone's just pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go. That lovely, free, expansive breath. You can imagine someone's wrapped a scarf tightly around your ribs, and you breathe into that scarf wide and full. Adding width to the lungs as you breathe in through the nose, and length for that out breath as you exhale through pursed lips. Remember that resonant out breath works like a cough or a sneeze, and it comes in towards the spine without you even trying or trying not to try. Lovely. So we're going to breathe in, stack up these vertebrae bone by bone. Let's go to our exercise. Come to our base position. So from here, I'm going to come and get this. Yeah, so basically, legs are aligned, knees in line with hips. Okay. If your heels are in line with your sit bones, you know your legs are aligned, or knees in line with hips. Again, they don't want to be too far up near the buttocks or too far out here, just slightly out in front of the knees. Basically, legs are aligned, okay? Now again, you're moving from a flat back, but the way we're going to do this motion, you'll flatten out the back here anyway. But what we're going to do to start off with, these shoulders, we're going to get in the right position again. So we're going to press very gently with the fingertips towards the ground. So about 20%, not much, just light, just very lightly, even less than that if you like. And that's going to engage this serratus muscle around the rib cage, which helps with shoulder girdle stabilisation. Lovely. Then when you're ready, we're just going to do this once, we're not going to overcook it. We're going to breathe in through the nose, take the shoulders all the way out towards your ears. Keep pressing in here lightly, very lightly. And exhale, reach for the heels, through pursed lips. Allow the weight of the world to come off your shoulders towards your heels. Then simply relax. Let the breath go for a while and allow yourself to relax and let go. Allow the shoulders to spread out like sand on the floor. Lovely. So from there, we're going to zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. Remember that resonant out breath will help you do that anyway, without even trying or trying not to try. So from here, we're going to breathe in through the nose to prepare when you're ready. And we're going to exhale through pursed lips on the motion as we tug under the tailbone, peel each vertebra off the ground bone by bone on that exhale through pursed lips. No higher than knee in line with armpit, or less if you like. Then we're going to breathe in through the nose to hold that position at the top. Then we're going to exhale back down. Retrace the same motion. So we exhale through pursed lips. We lay down that string of pearls, the vertebrae bone by bone. Tailbone touches the floor. We allow our spines to release, relax, and lengthen. As you let the breath go for a while. Then when you're ready, we go again. We breathe in from the nose to prepare. Then we initiate the motion on the exhale through pursed lips. As we exhale through pursed lips, peel each foot off the ground bone by bone, from the tailbone all the way up. No higher than knee in line with armpit, or less if you like. It can be down here or up here, but no higher than knee in line with armpit. You breathe in through the nose to hold that position at the top, and exhale back down through pursed lips. Laying down that string of pearls, the vertebrae, bone by bone. Tailbone touches the floor. We allow the spine to release, relax, and lengthen. Then you go again at your speed. Breathe in to prepare when you're ready. And exhale through pursed lips, peeling each vertebra off the ground bone by bone. No higher than your knee in line with armpit, or less if you like. You're going to breathe in through the nose to hold that position at the top. And exhale slowly, slowly down as you lay down that string of pearls, the vertebrae, bone by bone. Tailbone touches the floor. You allow the breathing to go and allow yourself and the spine to release, relax and lengthen. Then you go again when you're ready. Okay, only when you're ready, you breathe in through the nose to prepare when you're ready. And exhale through pursed lips as you peel each vertebra off the ground bone by bone. No higher than your knee in line with armpit, or less if you like. You breathe in through the nose to hold that position at the top. And exhale through pursed lips as you lay down that string of pearls, the vertebrae bone by bone. Tailbone touches the floor. You allow your spines to release, relax and lengthen. Then you go again when you're ready. Okay, breathing to prepare through the nose when you're ready. Exhaling up through pursed lips, initiate the move on the exhale as you peel each vertebra off the ground bone by bone on that exhale. No higher than knee in line with armpit, or less if you like. You breathe in the hold at the top. Then you exhale through pursed lips, slowly, slowly down, peeling each vertebra, taking each vertebra down bone by bone. Okay, and again the tailbone touches the floor. You allow the spine to release, relax and lengthen as you let the breathing go. When you're ready, at your speed, you breathe in to prepare through the nose. Then we exhale up through pursed lips, peeling each vertebra off the ground bone by bone. No higher than your knee in line with armpit, or less if you like. And you breathe in through the nose to hold that position at the top. Then we exhale back down, laying down that string of pearls, the vertebrae bone by bone. The crack at the end of the whip. Lay down that string of pearls on that exhale. Tailbone touches the floor. Then you allow your spines to release, relax and lengthen. Then you go again at your speed. Find your speed to make that as easy or as hard as you like. Slow as hard or fast as easier. Especially in what we call that negative phase. That lowering down phase of all these exercises at the moment is the hardest part. We really exploit the speed and tempo to make it as easy or as hard as you like. You want to spend longer on the floor and the spine's lengthening? Do that. You spend longer in the tension phase coming up and down? Do that. Make these unique to you. The speed and tempo and the modifications we're going to give. Lovely. Find your speed. You're breathing in to prepare through the nose, then you're exhaling up through pursed lips on the motion. You're breathing in through the nose to hold that position at the top. Then you're exhaling back down through pursed lips on the way back down. Initiate the move on the exhale. Lovely. As you're doing this, even imagine you're lengthening out between big toe, little toe. From big toe to little toe to the centre of your heels like a tripod, rooting your feet in towards the ground. As you do this right now, them roots are just growing up and nourishing the body from the floor. Lovely. As you gather in, zip up and hollow. Remember the exhale will do it for you, even if you forget. They help you flow on the quarter, that nice resonant out breath. Works like a cough or a sneeze. Naturally helps you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals without even trying or try not to try. Lovely. If you want to go to layer 2, then you bring the hands in. It brings in the shoulders a little bit and the lats. Same deal. Breathing to prepare when you're ready, whatever level you're on, level 1 or 2. Exhaling up. Watch these shoulders. They will try and come up around your ears. Got a mind of their own. You breathe in the hold at the top with all that lymph draining from the hands down in towards the heart. You exhale through pursed lips on the way down. Tailbone touches the floor. You allow your spines to release, relax and lengthen. Your speed or my speed. You breathe in to prepare through the nose. Then you exhale up through pursed lips. Initiate the move on the exhale. Okay, you breathe in and hold at the top, then you exhale back down. Again, I'll take my hands back down there, getting lost. So when you're ready, breathing to prepare, exhaling up, bringing the hands up, hands in line with shoulders, no higher than the in-line with armpit or less if you like. You breathe in through the nose to hold that position at the top. Then you exhale through pursed lips on the way back down. Hands come back down, or they can stay up. I sometimes like that because all the lymph drainage runs from the hands down in towards the heart, which a lot of us need for doing phones, etc. Again, all that lymph drainage there, typing on computers, otherwise bring them down. See what suits you, make it unique to you. It's your unit of your mind and body, no one else's. When you're ready, breathing to prepare, through the nose, exhaling up through pursed lips. Watch them shoulders. Breathe in the hold at the top, exhaling down. If you want the third layer, all we're doing is coming up on the toes also. Okay, so from here, bringing the hands up, we're breathing to prepare, and we're exhaling up on the toes. Going to come in a little bit. Again, breathing to prepare, bring the hands up, no higher than the inline of the armpit. We breathe in the hold at the top, causes some instability. Exhaling back down. So you're up on the toes and bring the hands up. So when you're ready, you breathe in to prepare and exhale up. You breathe in the hold at the top and you exhale back down. If you want the fourth layer, then you come up on the heels. Okay, a little bit more coordination, you do it the other way around, you come up on the heels. A little bit more instability, a little bit harder, with the hands up, then back down. Okay, so again, I'm going to demonstrate it here. Breathing to prepare, exhaling up. Again, breathing hold at the top, exhaling down. See what suits you, either coming up on the toes, the hands up, or up on the heels. I'll demonstrate that standing up so you can see. So again, you either breathing to prepare, exhaling up here, or you're coming up on the heels, the jester's toes, exhaling up, breathing to hold, and exhaling back down. See what suits you. Only make this unique to you with the speed and the tempo and the modifications we're going to give. Okay, remember, slow is harder, fast is easier, especially in that negative phase, that lowering down phase is always the hardest part. So really exploit that speed and tempo. So make it as easy or as hard as you like. You want to come out and stretch it any time you can do. You spend longer on the floor, do that. Make it unique to you, the speed and the tempo, the modifications we're going to give. Lovely. If you do want to add on a little bit more, the coordination, it's like the fifth level, I think. Yeah, the fifth level. Then we add these little micro movements. These are little fast motions. We're mimicking these little shakes of everyday life. So again, either heels or toes, whatever way you want to do it. Not necessarily in order these, they're layers. We breathe in to prepare and we bring the hands up. So I like to leave the hands up with this. You might want to bring them down, see what suits you. Nothing's wrong really. Watch your shoulders, shoulders down. Breathing to prepare, exhaling up, front of the hands. Okay, creating these little micro moves, instability. Breathing, hold at the top. Exhaling down, leave the hands up. I find that way better than that way, just for my rotator cuffs, or trouble with my rotator cuffs, etc. Again, some people find that way better. See what suits you. When you're ready, you never stop sitting there small. You're doing these little micro moves. Okay, you're trying to mimic the little shakes of everyday life. When you're ready, breathing to prepare, exhaling up, breathing hold at the top, exhaling down. Okay, again, see what suits you. Okay, so there's 5 levels there. See what suits you. If you're doing the little micro movements, it's a constant work in progress. They're never small enough, them little motions, and fast enough. Okay, it's the opposite of what we normally do, actually, what we go against. Okay, but if you do want to make it harder, we go against the grain with that again. The 6th level, totally optional. Okay, bigger motion, so it's a grosser move, so bigger motions will be harder here. Okay, so again, optional, 6th layer. Breathing to prepare. Can be here, or just feet flat on the floor. See what suits you. Nothing's set in stone. Mix them up. See what suits you. Breathing to prepare. Exhaling up. Circling the hands up. You breathe in through the nose at the top and exhale back through pursed lips on the way back down. Circle the hands the other way. Again, over the heels or the toes. Again, breathing to prepare. Exhaling up. Breathing hold at the top. Exhaling down. Watch these shoulders. They will try and pop up around your ears. There. Okay, so if you're doing big motions, the shoulders are coming up. Just minimise the motion maybe, make it a little bit easier. Okay, again, bigger motions will be harder to stabilise here because they're big gross motor moves, or you can do smaller motions. Exploit the range, speed and tempo as you do this right now. As with all these exercises, exploit that range, speed and tempo to make it unique to you. The speed and tempo and the modifications we're going to give. Imagine you've got sparklers between your fingers drawing circles. Breathing to prepare. Exhaling up either on the heels or the toes or the flats of the feet. Breathing hold at the top. Exhaling back down. Lovely. Now the shoulders are spread out like sand on the floor. Then you go again. Now if you want to make this harder still, it's the second last level. You don't quite touch down on the floor with a tailbone. You leave about 1 millimetre away from the floor. Then you come back up. You can even sort of touch it. There's the weight down. You can even sort of near enough, sort of kiss the floor with a tailbone and come up. But you don't get that rest. Quite surprising how harder that 7th level or layer makes it, because you don't get the rest at the bottom. So don't quite touch down with a tailbone. Think of a piece of tracing paper underneath the tailbone. And if I threaded it through underneath your tailbone, it would touch the floor and your tailbone. Well, that gap's so small you're leaving. Okay. Same deal. 7 options. Either touch the tailbone down, the last one, the second last one, actually penultimate, or lay down that string of pearls, or not quite. The tailbone doesn't quite go quite down. You leave 1 millimetre, then come straight back up. So you don't get that rest. That's why it goes up a layer. Yes, that's quite surprising how hard that makes that 7th layer. The last one is the 8th. Totally optional. Again, it's going to be here. So feet together there, stretches the groins, takes out the pelvic floor, which links onto the corset, makes it a lot harder on the stability. So again, from here, same deal, whatever hand motion you got, or no hand motion, it doesn't matter. Breathing to prepare, exhaling up. Breathing the hold at the top, exhaling down. It can be fluttering. You're breathing through the nose to prepare, exhaling up through pursed lips. You breathe through the nose to hold that position at the top and exhaling through pursed lips on the way back down. Either touching down with a tailbone or not. Again, I'll take it on that one, I would, but again, optional to you. Let's go 3 more to finish. My speed or your speed, whatever level you're on, the breathing's the same. Okay, whatever hand motion or not. Breathing to prepare, exhaling up. And breathing hold at the top, exhaling down. I'm going to let that tailbone down. If you want to keep it a little bit off the floor, optional to you. I'm going to take the easy one there. So let's go 2 more. When you're ready, watch these shoulders. Last 2, let's really make it count. Breathing to prepare, exhaling up. My speed or your speed. So gather in, zip up and hollow. Breathing hold to the top. Exhaling slowly down. Either tailbone down or not. Let's go 1 more. My tailbone's going down. I don't know about you. Let's go 1 more. Breathing to prepare through the nose. Exhaling through pursed lips on the motion. We breathe in through the nose to hold that position at the top and exhale through pursed lips on the way back down. So we're going to have a little bit of release stretch there. Well-deserved release stretch. So we'll give a few options out first. The basic one, pull them knees in for the well-deserved release stretch. That's the basic one. Functional flexibility. Okay, in Pilates. So it's going to roll round and just massage the lumbaries and the spine in a circle, going one way. Let the breathing go for a while, all that breathing, then roll round the other way in a circle. Just to massage that lumbar region of the spine in a different manner. We go from side to side, just releasing the knots that bound you, feeling that sense of liberation and freedom. The lower back, the glutes, the buttocks. Lovely. So you've always got that option. Now, you can always do that instead of what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do a sciatic floss with it. A few options I'm going to give out. If this don't agree with you, don't even go there. Okay, just pull the knees in. You can come out to this position here if need be. Have a bit of a counterbalance there, or if you're on your knees, come to here. There are other options, but I'm going to give a nice sciatic floss version. So foot comes up there. Again, if that starts hurting this knee, we'll emphasise this in all these. Come out and do any of the ones we just done, or just relax. You can roll your to side. Nothing set in stone in Pilates. You get the nodal release stretches. They're very basic ones generally for that reason. But again, if you're right here, great. You can just stay there. You might feel enough glute stretch. If you're right with this, you're going to clasp the hands round here. Okay. Again, from here, going to come round a little bit. Yeah. From here, we're going to exhale. So I'm going to get my foot in. That's better. I'm going to come back. So all I'm going to do is be able to get my foot in. Let's go that way. Yes, so from here, if this hurts this knee, don't even go there, okay? Clasp the hands around here. On the exhale, we're going to take the toe towards the knee and breathe in, point that toe away. Come back a little bit. So again, on the exhale, toe towards the knee, get that nice sciatic floss, breathe in, point the toe away. You'll be soft in the knee joint, just shy of locking out, okay? Not completely locked. Again, when you're ready, exhale through pursed lips. Breathe in, point that toe away. Lovely sciatic floss from the heel all the way up to the sacral bone, the sacrum. Exhale through pursed lips. Breathe in, point that toe away. You'll feel this on the glutes, the buttocks here, the piriformis, little triangle muscle on the sciatic nerve. And here on the other leg, the straight leg, we get that sciatic floss. This hurts the knee. You've always got this option also. Pull the knee in, get that sciatic floss also. Or any of the ones we just did, okay? If you want to get this one, this glute, this piriformis muscle, little triangle muscle, which is right on this sciatic nerve here. You can do that while we just floss the other sciatic nerve. Again, let's go. A nice resonant out breath, toe towards the knee, slightly bent on the knee, soften that knee joint, breathe in, point the toe away. Let's go one more. Exhale, breathe in, point the toe away. As we swap over, be wary as you pull this one up, you might feel it on that knee. So remember all the options. You can just either pull this leg in here, feels all right, or just here, or any of the ones we just did, okay? So from here, clasp the hands around here. There is another option for a stretch here, round this shin. Again, give it, if you really, it's a bit more severe really, but totally optional. Because you will feel it on this knee, not just here. If any problems, don't go there, okay? But there's an option there. But again, let's just have a nice sciatic floss. So toe towards the knee, exhaling up, breathing, point the toe away, okay? It's a lovely exhale through pursed lips, breathing for the nose to come back. It's an exhale through pursed lips, soften the knee joint, not completely locked, just shy of locking out, nearly locked but not quite. And breathe in, point the toe, exhale through pursed lips, breathe in. Let's go 4 more here to finish. Exhale, breathing and let it go. Lovely job. It's exhale through pursed lips. Breathing, point the toe away. Let's go 2 more for good luck. Put the icing on the cake. Exhale. Breathing, point the toe. Let's go 1 more. Exhale. Lovely. So, again, a bit on the glutes, a few variations. You can mix them up. Repetitions the way with the breathing. Like I say, only make that as easy or as hard as you like. Stretch them glutes. You say you've also got the other ones. Like I say, this, if you fed up on the knees, you've also got the breathing one we did at the beginning. There, pulling the knees towards the stomach on your back. They're all the same one. There are other glute releases. Like I say, the emphasis is slightly different in Pilates because you were just thinking of releasing, counterbalancing what we just done. So they tend to be more basic, the stretches. We're not thinking like getting the foot behind the head. Not that that's the goal of yoga anyway, but yeah, it's just more for functional flexibility really. And yeah, that'll work your glutes, your buttocks. Again, a lot of motor units in the glutes, so they're big muscles. They even extend the back slightly, do so many different things, so many different actions. And obviously for where they are, you know, they're right in the centre of balance, so it's good to stretch them because they do get very tight. But yeah, that could be sort of sitting down if that's not too bad on your knee. So you're sitting in the chair, just lean forward. But you know, some people feel it on the knee, so don't even go there. But yeah, that's the bridges. Bang. So we do some more advanced ones, but again, there's enough there. 8 variations. See what suits you. Remember, it's your union of your mind and body, no one else's. Bang.